This is a digital video of the Duplo DBM 200, 250, and 400 series booklet maker, and we're going to be doing a video on changing over to what's called a small paper or small paper booklet, and that's a booklet that is under 7 3/4 inches wide. So we're going to pick a booklet in our demonstration here of 5 3/4 inches wide. The sheet actually that we're going to be feeding in, the set, it's going to be 5 3/4 inches wide by 8 3/4 inches long. Okay? Now, just follow the instructions in your manual one by one. Notice the first thing you have to do is, it says here, loosen the knob and remove the auxiliary roller. Now, this is the auxiliary roller. I've got this cover that would normally be on your machine, but we remove it for when we're servicing the machines, but also so we could do this video and show you what this roller, you loosen this little thumb screw here and you raise this roller up. Now this is on the DBM 250 and 400 models. Depending on which one you have, the DBM on some model 250s and 200s, you may have to loosen that screw in there and remove that roller. The next thing you have to do is you have to remove all of your carrier rollers that are inside here, even the smaller rollers. And if you have this bar in here with a weighted roller, you have to take the one off on the operator's side, because when the side guide, this side guide right here, moves over, it'll crash into anything that's in its way. Now on the other side to the left side of the stitcher heads, you have this eject roller right here, as you can see. You remove that by loosening this little white thumb screw. This you can raise up. This wheel, the other one you can leave down. These are our eject wheels as well. And this one you can raise up. And also you have paper guides in here. As you can see, the paper guide is right here. You've got one block there and one block there with paper guides. Most of the time you're going to have at least one paper guide in there, maybe two. In the manual it tells you have to loosen that, take the paper guide out and move it all the way over there out of the way. Because when this thing closes up, there's not going to be very much room in there, and the stitch heads are going to be really close together. Okay, so those are the things, and of course any other removable carriers that you have in here, roller carriers, have to be removed as well. Now after you do that, then you have to go to the touch pad. Normally you'll have a program in there for a small booklet size, but let's say you don't. We'll just pick one at random. Any program that shows folding and stitching, we can change it or create a new program by pushing change, and then we clear the first measurement, which our first measurement is the length. It's going to be 8 3/4. 8, 7, 5, and then we push the enter key. The next one is going to be the width, which is going to be 5 3/4. Clear what's in there, 5, 7, 5, enter. Now, the first number you get is going to have an S in front of it. I hope you can see that. I'm not sure if you can. But anyway, the lighting, too, also blocks out the readout. But anyway, the stitch is going to be at 4.37. Hit the enter key again. Now it goes to the A equals, which is the first stitch head on the non-op side, is 0.96, or about an inch away from the edge of the booklet. The second is the B stitch head, which is 4.79 inches. And then finally the trim, which is 4.25, or the finish. Now, some booklet makers, if you have an automated trimmer, it'll show the finish size there. If not, it'll just show, it'll just skip to the next mode. So now, every time you push the enter key, you'll see it move. Now it's got the size you selected, 8.7 by 5.7, and a question mark. Push it again, and now you have the question mark, the size flashing. When you see it flashing, that means it's ready to go. Now, in order to go into your small mode, you have to have disconnected all the things that we talked about. And then after you've removed all that, you have to come over here and push, instead of just pushing the enter key like you normally would to get it to start going to your size, we're going to have to push the Shift, Enter. Now everything will start going to home. Now the video may not be long enough time-wise to show everything going back to the size, but it's going back through all the size movements right now. So now everything's going to home, which is normal, and then it'll come out to the measurements that we set it for. Alright? Alright. That's it, and the booklet's, when it beeps, it tells you it's ready to go. Now you can put all your guide roller back in. And don't forget now, for this shorter booklet, you're going to need extra guide rollers in the folder entry and in the folder exit side. So there's an extra roller you might have to put back there and one on the entry side here, just before it goes in, to make sure you have enough roller coverage. And then you can take your trimmer. If it's automated, it'll automatically set. If it's a manual set trimmer, you simply take the dial and